So your boy's been playing Kenshi for about like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And I figure I'll help you guys out, you feel me, if you're trying to play some Kenshi. So if you need to know, these are the buttons up here, you feel me. I'm gonna put them on screen. Got his normal stance, right, where he has his sword, this normal Kenshi, right. You got him with Sento in Sento stance, right. Then you got Kenshi just with his sword and no Sento. You know, it's really like learning 3 different little characters, you feel me. So, and your stance and what position you are really dictates on how you're gonna play the game. Best Kameo to use is Sub-Zero or Frost for Kenshi, but I've used both. And to be honest, unless someone gets caught slipping with Frost is low, there's really no reason to use Frost over Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero helps out because even if you're full screen and you kind of want to zone with Kenshi a little bit, you get this little ice shield on, then you're immune to projectile. You feel me? And you play your little full screen. All right, let's get into Kenshi's special moves, right? So he got down back 2, which is his demon drop, which is basically like Kenshi's projectile. He down back 2 forward, and it's gonna be a far demon drop. You could just do down back 2. It's gonna go about mid-range, and then down back 2 back, and it's gonna be close. We got Rising Karma, which is back forward 3, which is Kenshi's launcher. Force push, right? It's kind of used to like make certain things safe. So like let's say block that, right? Makes you safe, gives you a little pushback. You use 1 bar, you're safe. You want to hold it, they let you, to make you safe too, but you're taking a little risk there. Forward back 2, it's kind of like get off me move, you feel me. If you're trying to play zone, trying to play distance, trying to just demon drop on their head over and over again, you feel me, and they're getting a little close, just Ancestral Guard. Kenshi's gonna start running at you with Sento out, and if they throw a projectile into you while you're in Ancestral Guard, while you're running at them, he's gonna get a free hit. So it's not really like I'm an Ancestral Guard and they get a full combo, but it's like I'm an Ancestral Guard just to close the gap between us, you feel me. Those are all normal Kenshi special moves, right? So while he's in his normal mode, just normal Kenshi, right? Good buttons, right? So there's more than this, but I don't want the screen to be loaded, you feel me. So we're just gonna do these first, right? We got Kenshi's 1-4, right, which is just hit confirmable into Sub-Zero. This is a good combo starter into getting Sento out. We got his 2-1, which also you can hit confirm into bringing Sento out, right? Finishing these strings, so 1-4-1 will launch the opponent, right? So it's a launcher, and then his 2-1-2 ends off with the overhead. A lot of Ys. This is a lot of Ys right here, but there's 2 moves, but one of them just has like 3 different ways you can finish it, you feel me. So look, we got Kenshi's forward 2-2, right, which is what you want to use to keep control of mid screen, you feel me. You kind of want to space out and use forward 2, just forward 2, right? Forward 2, you should be safe, right? Forward 2-2, if they flawless block it, they can punish you, right? So this is kind of the game you play with Kenshi right here. Am I gonna just forward 2? Am I gonna forward 2-2? Am I gonna do forward 2-2-2, right? And then you can either finish it off with holding forward, and he'll do another mid. The opponent's blocking, then it kind of gives a little pushback, you feel me, to keep you safe. Really, what you're gonna funnel between. You're gonna between forward 2 and forward 2-2 and forward 2-2-3, right? And you can also hit confirm forward 2-2 into sub, and that leads into big damage with Kenshi. Forward 2-2 back 2, which is a close overhead, right? And then there's forward 2-2 down 2, which is a far hidden overhead, right? So depending on where your opponent's at, you can either throw the close or far overhead. Kenshi's back 4, right? Kenshi's back 4. Look at this. And look, I'm in range for this. So like if your opponent is just blocking up and you want to do a little check, right? They're not respecting your low. Just back 4, and there you go. Look at that. Look how far they hit. Kenshi's combos, they're real basic when he's in his normal mode. So you can do your 1-4-1, everything in a Rising Karma, right? Because Rising Karma is obviously a launcher, right? So 1-4-1, right? That's a launcher, right? And then let's say you do gut check in the Rising Karma, that's another launcher, right? Let's see, so you do slice and dice in the Rising Karma, they're in the air again, it's another launcher, right? So once you get that down, 1-4-1 in the launcher, right? Or 2-1 into Rising Karma, right? Or forward 2-2 into Rising Karma, right? Let's call it launcher, right? Into launcher. Let's say we do 1-4-1, right? In a launch, you could do Spirit Strike, which is his back 2, right? Which is he does this little mid right here, quick mid. It's also good for punishing people, right? Let's say someone whiffs, right? It's punish anything. It's just a quick mid, back 2 if you want to punish anything, right? So like, there's 2 ways you can play this, right? It's special cancelable. So you do that, bring Sento out, then it's time to fuck shit up, you feel me? Or you can do this and to get off me, and he's back to full screen, right? And then you're back to this. Those are all the important buttons and combos you have in base Kenshi stance, which is really simple. So before you learn how to play with Sento, you need to learn how to play without Sento, right? There's Banish Ancestor, which is the same shit, down back 1, right? And it just gets rid of him back in base stance, right? Then you got down back 2, which is when you see the timer in the Kameo bar in the top left, that's the timer, Sub-Zero, how long Sento has. If down back 2 and enhance it, resets the timer. Down back 3, which is the launcher, which is just launches with Kenshi. And then you got Teamwork, which only works with Sento out. And it gives you that little sandwich positioning where you want to be at with Kenshi. And those are all his special moves in Sento stance, right? All right, so Kenshi's forward 1-1 and Kenshi's 2-1 is both -5. So the only thing your opponent can get past these moves is maybe a down poke, but that's it. Then it's back to your turn, right? So let's say you do forward 1-1, they poke you, then it's back to your turn. Then you got forward 2-2, which is mid, right? It's a quick hit in mid. Then you got forward 3-2, right? Which is kind of just a quick hit and low. Throw it out randomly. I don't think it's safe, so don't just throw it out like crazy. Just let's say you're at the end of a match, right? You almost basically never use this move. But like, let's say I'm playing a set against somebody and it's the 3rd game, we're 2-2, right? And I just need a random hit. Most of the time people haven't seen forward 3-2. They haven't seen it all game, and you just throw out a quick hit and low into mid. You feel me? They're most likely to get hit by it. And then you got 4-2, which is his high into overhead, right? You got his back 1-2, which is a low starter, right? And it's also a launcher. This is punishable, so be careful with throwing this out. You use this more of as a mix rather than just to throw out. Also forgot to mention Kenshi's, when in Sento stance, is forward 4, right? Which is a combo ender and safe on block. Sento stance, low combo starter, right? Looks gonna look a little something like this. Right, 292, some light. For his overhead starter in base Sento stance, you got to use down the middle twice. So there's 2 ways you can end his overhead starter, right? So let me show you the first, right? The first is on the screen, so you got, all right, 266, right? But let's say, oh, that's not beefy enough, I need a little more. You can take out the double tap, slide down the middle again in there, and then do another Soaring Sento. Look. So instead of what I do, that did 294 as compared to 266, right? So you want to do 30 more damage just so you're close to kill. Those 2 different ways you can end that combo, but that's his overhead starter. And his back 2, unless you got Sento out, you kind of just throw it out just to throw him off. Also, you could do his 1-2, right? Or it's 2-1. You can do them all into Soaring Sento, into that. So, and obviously, like I told you, if you want to end it with forward 4, give you the hard knockdown, and then it's your turn again to keep going, right? They have to block after the +4, so that's what I like to do to keep the pressure up. You want to cash out with the damage. Kenji's not helpless when he's in his Sento stance without Sento, but it's not where you want to be as a Kenshi player, you feel me? So if your opponent's being a little oppressive, trying to press you, you feel me, like trying to get up in your face because you're in Sento stance, right? Just give him one of these right here, give him a little painful poke. Look at that, look at that, look at that. And on block, let's see, hold on, gives him a pushback. You're plus on this, so just spam the fuck out of this. Spam the fuck out of this. If they see you're in Sento stance and they're trying to take advantage, just give them a little painful poke. Feel me? And now we're gonna get to the important part. We're gonna get to the important part, Sento stance, right? So that's when Kenshi and Sento are on the screen. Before we learn how to play with Sento out, we need to learn how to get Sento out, right? All right, so you got See No Evil, right, which is his 1-4, which is hit confirmable into Sub-Zero, which allows you to get Sento out without having to worry about anything because they're frozen, you feel me? So 1-4 forward Kameo, right, which allows you to get Sento out and then start doing your combos from there, right? 2-1 forward Kameo Sento, right? And you can do forward 2-2 forward Kameo, bring Sento out. And then now that we're in here, right, forward Kameo and we got Sento out, let's learn Sento's buttons. Have to hold block, right? If you want Sento to hit and for you not to do nothing, you have to be holding the block button, right? So let's say I want to do Sento's 1, right? I have to hold the block button and press 1, right? So Kenshi doesn't hit, but Sento does. And then if you want to do the opposite, you hold RB, and then Sento won't do nothing, and Kenshi will hit. Because if you don't, then you see something like this. feel me? So you're either holding the block button or hold the Kameo button, which stops Sento from hitting. You got 4 options out of Sento stance, right? You got Spirit Bop, you got Double Dose, you got Lunge and Soul, and you got Pakara Punish, right? Alright, so this long shit right here is basically what a Kenshi combo looks like, right? So minus, because you can't see the Kameo, right? I'm gonna break it up into pieces, right? Alright, so this is what half of a Kenshi combo looks like, right? So split up into 2 parts just so it's you could practice the first part first. This is how I got it quicker. I practiced half the combo first. Once I got that half down, then I went on to the second. And between Soaring Sento and Lunge and Soul, there's a dash in between, so just pay attention, Lala. This is where you want to be at, and this is what the second part looks like, right? So you're gonna be in this situation, right? You're gonna have him sandwiched, but he's still gonna be knocked up, right? So let's do the first part out of the way and cut to the second part, right? So by this time you gotta be able to get that little dash under and be able to get in this position, right? Meanwhile, he's still in the air.
Okay.
So let's get there real quick. Show you what it looks like. Boom. So that's what it looks like, right? I know it's a lot of buttons, right? But this really puts you in the best situation. This combo puts you in the best situation for Kenshi. It's beyond just the combo, you feel me? It keeps you mid-screen, whereas the other combos kind of have too much corner carry, and this it's hard, but this is his go-to combo. I know it looks long, it looks complicated, but it's a lot of the pressing a lot of the same buttons over and over again. Boom. His next combo on the screen. This is just the buttons, right? You do Lunge Assault twice, so I know it says high kick right here if you see the third to last one, right? But it's just another Lunge Assault, right? So this is Kenshi's easier combo, I guess you could say, but only use this in situations where you either want a low starter or you're okay with being pushed to the corner. But really with Kenshi, you don't want to be in the corner. If you're in the corner and you're in Sento stance without Sento, it's not impossible, but it's harder for you against characters like Johnny Cage, Smoke, shit like that. It's harder for you to get out, right? This is what his other combo looks like, right? So there's that little Kameo in between, right? And that's what it looks like. 357.
Kameo between, right? That's what it looks like.
This is the position that you want to be in with Kenshi, right? You want your opponent between you. You want you on one side and Sento on the other side, so you guys could just jump the fuck out of his dumbass, right? That's basically the plan. Kenshi just out here jumping people and shit. So we're gonna start with Kenshi's low, right, which is back 4. Now hold RB and you want to back 4, right? The timing on this is real. The time window is real small on this one. 4. All right, holding RB, right? And as soon as you see Kenshi hit and the player gets knocked, you want to let go of RB and tap double dose, right? To look a little low, something like this. It's probably the one you're gonna have to practice the most. So that's his low starter number 1. All right, so again, you have to hit Sento twice. So for the sake of button inputs, I just put Silent Palm up there as the bottom second one. I know you see it. It's hitting double dose again, right? So this is, you're in the sandwich situation. This is his second mix, right? So you want to go low again. You go back. You go his back 1-2, right? Low starter. Look a little something like this. Alright, that's his 2 low starters right there from sandwich position. Overhead mixes now, right? So sandwich position, right? Back 2 is an overhead. So right, you can end it that way with teamwork. The key with this too is make sure with the down the middle, right, you wait until the character's a little, you don't want to hit it too early, because if you hit it too early, then the Lunge Soul won't land. Alright, so hopefully by now, you feel me, you pretty much got a good idea of everything you need to do. It's obviously gonna take, this character's gonna take a lot more practice than any other character, you feel me? But It's worth it. Like, come on, who don't want to be whooping somebody's ass like this?
Whatever. I like to take my time, don't play with this shit. Seems like everyone around me progressing real quick. Necklace around my neck protects me from bullshit. Only one chance at this, why would I not commit?